Hey guys, here's Louie. On this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I use to put the panels that I stripped with epoxy primer. And I'm also going to show you how the bird came out towards the end of the video. So let's get this one on the road. All right, guys, so going to be showing you what I used on the body panels for the Lovebird. Okay, how that I prepped it. It's a video how I stripped it, and now I'm going to show you guys what I did to the final stage of spraying epoxy primer on the body panels. Okay, I'm a big believer that the right way is to strip your panel. It doesn't matter if you are buying a new panel and it has the e-coat, okay, that they actually spray that to give it shelf life for the panel not to rust on storage. Okay, then when it comes to your house and you're ready to use that panel, you should strip all that e-coat off the panel. Okay, there's different ways, meteor blast, a whole bunch of different ways out there. As for me, here at the house, comfortable, affordable, without me have to give the panel to anybody and they screw it up, I do it myself and I sand it down. I use a chemical. Also, I strip it down. I showed that in the previous video. Okay, how you just sand it to give it a scratch at the paint. And from there, I applied the stripper and the plastic. Anyway, see the video that I recorded on that. And now the next step will be is to clean it and spray epoxy primer. And this is where I'm up to. So that's even with a new one or a used panel. I used an original 400 hood that was painted already. Okay, it was on a painted car and I had to strip the paint. Bare metal, washed it down, spray epoxy primer. I also used a door, the passenger door that I did. It was a used panel. Okay, I believe the owner that sold it to me through Marketplace, he used it many years ago on a Camaro. Okay, and for you guys that don't know, 68 Camaro doors will fit a 68 Firebird. 69 Camaro doors will fit a 69 Firebird. 67 Camaro doors will fit a 67 Firebird. Okay, so I picked those up, got it for a good price. I picked up the passenger door and the driver's door, but they was painted. So what I had to do, strip it down to bare metal. Okay, I found about 2 rotted out spots on each corner, all right, the both ends of the doors, and I already fixed that. There is a little bit more things to fix, but I could do that later. I wanted to fix the stuff that was painted on the outside and heavily painted. This thing had, I think I counted about 4 different colors. Okay, while including the primer that it had on it, and it did not have epoxy primer because it was an old school job. That's how they was doing it back in the day. I totally respect everybody's method of doing it. I was an old school guy until the other day. I think the first car that I actually did with any kind of epoxy primer was the Ladybird, another 68 Firebird I did a year ago. But I'm a strong believer that you have to use epoxy primer. Okay, strip the paint off, wash it down, put your epoxy primer, and that's your foundation. You start from there up. Okay, from there you start your body work, you do all your stuff, and you pray for the best, right? For no rust to come back, and that's why we use epoxy primer. And like I said, I just became a believer on it because a lot of the old school stuff had these chemicals inside that they took it out to be friendly to the earth, you know, more friendly to the earth, more friendly to our lungs. So a lot of things don't work really how they used to work, you know. That's the science behind that. Anyway, as for the lacquer thinner, you are going to need a lot of lacquer thinner if you get into this hobby, okay? And that comes from cleaning panels. You go big time, you're going to use it for paint, okay? To clean out your guns, you're going to need lacquer thinner. And I like to buy these 5-gallon buckets here, okay? And this went up a lot in price, just like everything else. I think it's about $100 to $110 now, I believe, something like that. But trust me, you'll save a lot of money if you buy this. I buy this one from Ace. If you buy the small ones, they're gonna cost you about $30, $40, and you're just gonna run through it. So this has lasted me a long time. Okay, I have done a couple of projects with this, and it have lasted me a while. All right. As for the sandpaper, guys, I like the Dura Gold. Trust me, it's a little bit more expensive than the other stuff that you find on eBay, even Amazon, you know, but all the non-name brand stuff is cheaper, but at the end, you will be paying more for sandpaper because you're going to be going through it faster. Dura Gold haven't let me down so far. Good stuff. Okay, wanted to show that one more time. And as for the electrical DA that I use from Harvest Freight is a Bauer, okay, 6-inch. All right, that's the model number, okay, 1814, letter E dash B as in boy, 6-inch. That's for Jim and Kelly, okay. Jim and Kelly, they're restoring a 1967 Firebird at JK Next Garage. Go check them out. He checked out the video and he asked me about the model number because he would like to pick it up. Trust me, this is the best way to go if you don't have a big air compressor. Even myself that have a big air compressor, I use this for both of the panels. I loved it. It worked great, and it always works great. And I have recommended to a lot of people, and they always have come back to me with good feedback. All right. Next, over here, we have the Harvest Freight Spectrum system. Okay, and these are the liners. Let me get in there. So these are the liners. Okay, this is your cup. This is the collar. Okay, one of the liners. This box, you get all these things. Okay, this is the liners and the covers on this box here. And then you put the top. There's a screen here that I always rip it out. I rip it out. I make sure it's nice and clean. And then I put it, because that screen, the holes are way too small and the paint struggles actually to go through it. Then you put your collar in. Nice and tight and right. And then you put it on your spray gun and you're ready to spray. Easy cleanup. You're done spraying. You unscrew your collar, take your cup, pick this sucker up, and the liner, you throw it away. Okay, another thing I like about this is that if you have any paint left over, like right now I have epoxy primer left over, and I'm gonna go around the car. If it ever got nicked or something that is pure metal, I just give it a little scuff, wipe it, and I take a foam brush and I just dab a little epoxy primer. Better to do that to leave it bare. You leave it bare and just the air around is gonna rust it. Again, it's gonna get rusted. So they also come with this little cap right here. You cap it and you will have paint left over for a couple of days. Okay, there you go. Look, that's epoxy primer left there. And like I said, I'm gonna find somewhere to use it before I throw it away. And that's why I like it. There's just a whole bunch of things, positive things about this. The liner, the caps to save the paint, the cup, the collar. This system will save you a lot of lacquer thinner for cleaning out your gun. Next here we have the epoxy primer that Louis used. Okay, There you go. I hope you can see those numbers there. It's from Summit Racing. There you go. Okay. And it's a 4-to-1. No, sorry. It's a 1-to-1 mixture. Okay. So if you're going to use 1 ounce of epoxy primer, you put 1 ounce of catalyst. Okay. That's your hardener right here. All right, buy yourself a cup, and when you see the 1-to-1 ratio, that's the one you're going to use to mix this. All right, how I do it, I never checked if it has a pot life. Some of it have that. Once you mix it in, you need to let it sit for like 15-20 minutes and then spray it. I'm going to be honest with you, I never got that deep into it. I just mix it. I mix it, put it on the gun, and within 2 minutes, I'm spraying. That's it. Maybe even faster than 2 minutes. Once I set my gun, I'm out. I'm starting to spray. Never had no funny reaction. Never had nothing. The paint being soft or taking too long to dry. Everything have worked beautiful. Okay. Next thing to move here. What do I use? So this bracket here, okay, is to hold your paint gun, also a Harbor Freight special. And this gun, I did a video on it. I picked this up on Tamu. And let me tell you something. I was speaking to Jonathan, and I told, hey, Johnny, this thing really works good. Okay, it came with a regulator. It came with a whole bunch of stuff. It came with a 1.3, which that's what I use to spray this epoxy primer. It does not struggle. It sprays it really good. It brings, I think, a 1.5 and a 2.0. So you could shoot your heavy, high build primers also. The gun just feels so good. It feels really nice. I mean, listen, once in a while, the other side of the world, they make sometimes things that are good. You know, sometimes things that are junk. But if I tell you this gun been good, it's been good to me so far. The first time I used it was to spray the epoxy primer on the quarter panels on the Lovebird, and now I did the other panels on the Lovebird, and let me tell you something, it worked great. So let me show you how the car looks today, what did I do, and what's next on the Lovebird. Well, guys, there is how the Lovebird sits right now. After spraying the epoxy primer on the passenger door and on the 400 hood, this fender I bought in Facebook Marketplace. Okay, it's an AMD fender, and I was blessed enough, because I don't believe in luck, I was blessed enough to buy the passenger and the driver's fender from the gentleman, and a deck lid, okay, for a steal. I paid $450. He was happy. I was happy. And let me tell you something. I did not shim anything. I did not move anything. I just threw it on the car, and that is the truth. The bumper here haven't been touched. Okay, I could tweak these things to get them as close as possible of looking real decent. If not like factory, better than factory. Okay. The door, I did a little tweaking, but not a whole bunch. I just did a little tweaking because I didn't want the paint to get chewed up on the fender. Okay. But that's looking good. Like I said, I had to repair a rot spot right there. It was nasty and rusty there. It was all rotted out. And on that corner over there. So I did my metal work, and then I sprayed epoxy primer, because that's what we should be doing. Okay. I'm no professional by no means, but that's how I like to do the cars, because I'm a big believer that it works. All right. So I have the Lovebird now. I have it with epoxy primer, quarter panels, rear tail light panels, and the passenger door. Also the 400 hood. Okay. I still need to do the fenders. Okay. And I still need to do the deck lid and the driver's door. I also need to do the lower valance on this car, okay, which is gonna be coming up soon because guys, I'm getting ready here at home. It's actually late Thursday night. I'm getting the garage ready for the next project. It should be arriving here tomorrow, God willing. And we're gonna meet the gentleman that's bringing it down to me. A little story behind his car, and I'll do an assessment on a different video, but we are going to introduce the next project. All right, like I said, I'm totally stoked of seeing the Lovebird at least coming down to one color. Oh, I also need to get the windshield frame and epoxy primer, but I've been taking my time on this car because I've been staying busy, getting my own hands dirty with other things in life and other people's cars and build them. Listen, let's be serious. If you don't work, you won't have money for your stuff, right? So I have to work that hard like that because in life nothing comes easy. All right. So guys, I mean, I will post pictures of the Lovebird, how she used to look and how she looks today. I'm really excited, really happy for having the car in this state. And my goal is to get this car painted. If I could reach that goal, maybe next year, September. Let's see. Like I said, really no rush. Okay, the owner of the car, which is my wife, she's in no rush. And I noticed that I'm taking my time and the car is coming out nice. Okay, so stay tuned to the next video to see what's coming up next on First Generation Garage. Another thing that I forgot to mention, those straps, I have a bracket mounted to the top of the garage, and those straps are totally your friend when you don't have a buddy here to play cards with you. Those straps are my buddy, and they help me hold the door, align the door when I don't have somebody here helping me. I've been using it for a while now, and they are great. Okay, well guys, like Louis always says, keep your hands dirty and your project will move forward. And trust me, the Lovebird is a big proof that that is 100% correct. An hour a day at the end of the week is 5 hours. Monday through Friday is 5 hours you dedicated to your project, and look what you could do. I went to work this week. I came home from work. I have things to do in my private life, and I still dedicate at least 1 hour down here and get things done. Take care now. Bye-bye.